I'm not actually on the creepypasta.com site. I'm actually at the creepypastafiles.fandom.com. It's a creepypasta files wikia or wikia, however you say it. I have the now none of the pictures I'll be showing you are actually on this wiki, and these are just random pictures that I came across. I decided to use, but this wiki page has a lot of much more scary looking pictures. So, but you can just type in, creepypasta files, fandom, the bloody painter. Face is disconcerting. Full name, and it's got like a biography thing down here. Full name, Helen Otis, alias the bloody painter. Relatives, it's unnamed for everyone. Occupation, painter/serial killer. Powers/skills, deceit, intelligence, weaponry, apathy. Status, alive. Species, human. Gender, male. Hobby, killing people. Goals, unknown. Type of pasta, serial killer. Others like you also viewed. Eyeless Jack, Jason the... And then doesn't say the rest of that. There's the puppeteer. Clockwork Sally. It's two different things, by the way. There's one called Clark, one called Sally. There's Creepypasta. And I don't think I can scroll any further on that. Let's read some more of the article. Bloody Painter is a fictional serial killer character from the Creepypasta series. The character is featured as the protagonist of a three-part story created by artist DeluCat. Since its debut, the Bloody Painter growing influence has encouraged many related projects and stories to spawn. Appearance: man with black hair and blue eyes. He wears a blue jacket with yellow smiley face pen. He wears leather gloves and a white, it says wild, but I assume white mask with blackened eyes and red smile, which that actually looks a lot similar to the picture that's shown. Again, what I'm showing is not a picture from the wiki site. These are just random pictures I came across that I felt kind of fit. I haven't read this yet though, so it's still unrehearsed. So, but like I said, I just happened to see a thing about a painter in the wiki, so I was like, okay. And I just remembered some pictures that had to do with painting and close-ups of a face, and I felt that went with it. But yeah, there's some much more unnerving pictures on the wiki, but I feel that'd be more scary if I show that. So let's try to be more calm about this. Personality: he's very calm and quiet. He doesn't really smile or speak much, but is very polite. He's very apathetic towards things that don't concern him, and he is a selfish egoist, though it's spelled Egoust. And will always think of himself first. He judges anything by whether it benefits him or not. His parents treat him as a pet and as a toy, so this caused him to become extremely repressed. He doesn't show his appreciation to people unless somebody did it first, and then will he reciprocate. He is very calculating of other people's deeds, but when a bigger benefit appears, he dares to betray. He lacks gender and moral consciousness, however he is still smart and manipulative. Basically, he is a double-faced jerk with the front of a gentleman. As a criminal, he is extremely cautious of criminal scene, aesthetics, and every murder will be meticulously done like a piece of artwork. The mediums he uses and methods he enforces are extreme, making him a crazy artist. From DeluCat's video, and the video is like in a purplish red font, so I assume it's a link to something, which I will not be clicking. Setting: January 13th of 1994, a classmate of his fell from a school building and died. This student happened to be his one and only friend. According to witness account, Otis was the culprit behind the student's death, but no lawsuits could be made due to the lack of concrete evidence. Later, on October 30th of the same year, Otis committed a massacre in his school dorm, resulting in the 17 deaths and 5 wounded people. Following the lawsuit, the jury's verdict decided that Otis was not guilty by reasons of insanity and was promptly sent to a psychiatric hospital for treatment and recovery. On March 10, 2001, Otis was released from the hospital to re-enter society, only to commit another series of murders in late 2003 before disappearing. Here's a couple of realistic pictures that, like, you know, those profiler pictures that you get from like cop movies? There's a couple of those, and there's like a wanted poster using those. There's an original drawing, an amended drawing. Additional information as developed above. Amended drawing of murder suspect known as Bloody Painter. 25 to 35 years, approximately 5'10", short black hair, blue eyes. Any information, Inspector Abram and Todd. The wanted poster of Helen Otis. Okay? Early life. Otis was born October 1st, 1980. His childhood was spent under the pressure of parents' high expectations and control. Since the parents had hoped for a daughter and not a son, they decided to treat Otis like a girl by giving him a female name and dressing him up like a girl. The treatment continued until he was 6 years old, when he started attending school, and the parents began dressing him up like a boy to avoid attention. Due to this alteration, Otis's emotional distresses began to pile up. 1994, the school massacre. On the night of October 30th, 1994, Otis began a massacre in his own dorm, killing 17 and wounding 5. The victims of the killing are all students from his class. Due to the large number of casualties, the police suspected the involvement of accomplices in the murder. 2003 murder case. On October 31st, a security camera captures footage of a masked figure killing a pedestrian, which was uploaded onto the internet. Weeks later, on November 17th, residents reported to the police about a strong rotting smell from Otis's residence that had persisted for several days. You know, maybe someday I should actually start doing like readings of the creepypasta, not the of the SCP wiki. Following an investigation in the house, the police discovered 5 corpses, all hung upside down. The corpses' blood was already dry. Next to the corpses were also numerous paintings and grotesque sculptures made with the corpses' blood and body parts. Respectively, Otis was also nowhere to be found in the house. Later, the police department confiscated all of his artworks and restricted the house for further investigation. As of now, there are still no leads to Otis's current whereabouts. And let's see, there's a picture here, but I'm not sure if it's a painting or a photograph. Judy George, 24, went missing in October 2003 and was found in Otis's residence. A month later, her corpse hung upside down. I'm not sure if this is meant to be a painting or a photograph of the incident. Now we have a picture of a house, Bloody Painter's residence, restricted for police investigation. Looks like your run-of-the-mill house. Just normal place, based on the outside. January 13th, 1994. History of events. Otis's classmate fell from a school building and died. A witness stated that Otis was the culprit behind the classmate's fall, but no lawsuit was made due to lack of evidence. October 30th, 1994. Otis committed massacre in his dorm, resulting in 17 dead and 5 injured. November 15th, 1994. Otis was voted not guilty by reason of insanity when transferred to a psychiatric hospital for treatment. March 10th, 2003. Otis was released from the hospital, seemingly recovered. October 31st, 2003. A security camera captures footage of Otis committing another murder, which was uploaded to the internet. November 17th, 2003. Local police department received reports of a persisting rotting stench coming from Otis's old residence, leading to the discovery of 5 corpses, with Otis nowhere to be found. Oh, now we have official stories. Official story of the Bloody Painter creepypasta, the original, the Bloody Painter prequel, and Bloody Painter on the Snow. And there's something called the official animatic, which is dated 2018-10/31, called The Beginning. And then there's external link, which first has a lot of what appears to be Japanese next to the word wiki, and then you have the word DeluCat, which I believe is the author, next to what says DeviantArt. Okay. Maybe we'll read this. Yeah. Maybe I should read some SCP stuff at some point too. Bye, guys.